Good morning. Hello, good morning. Happy Tuesday to everybody. How is everybody today? Welcome to Coffee Chats. It is January 30th. January is starting to wrap up. It's gone so fast, and it just definitely does not look like a January out there today. But it is indeed, even with this warm weather. It's January 30th already. All right, well, I'm gonna hand it off so that I can have a couple people share a few things right off the bat. Stephen, do you wanna come up and talk about our party on the 11th, I believe it is?
You're right.
Okay.
Hey. Good morning. I'm here to invite you all to a party. John Samuelson and I are going to be there to welcome you for the Super Bowl party, which is, Jillian said, is on the 11th. And the Marion Hall will be open at 4:45. And we will be serving pizza and soda, but that'll come sometime between that time and the start of the game, which is 5:30. And we can only give you an approximation of price, but it's a pretty close one. The pizza will be between $2 and $2.50 a slice, and the pop soda will be between 75 cents to $1. And the reason we can't give you an exact number is we haven't bought it yet. So it's close, but not on. There will be a betting board, and Jeff will be discussing that with you. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. No, I think that's about all there is there. I'd like, if you'd be kind enough to show of hands, how many of you are interested in coming to the party? We need at least a rough idea. Well, almost the whole room, yeah. Okay, well, John, did you count fast?
No, I didn't.
Okay, you want to hold your hands up a little longer, just we'll get an idea of. Some of you had your hand up and put it back down again, okay. What do you think, John?
About 35, sorry, I'm guessing about 35 people raised their hands. So
Great, everybody counts faster than I did. Okay, thank you. I hope to see you all there, and frankly, I'd like to see Kansas City lose once, but that's only because they always win. Have a good day.
All right, very fun. That should be a fun day. Depending on who your team is, right? No, it's all in good fun. Let's see, Norma, you wanted to quickly say something as well.
I do. I brought this up at bingo, and it was suggested that I mention it at Coffee Chat. I read the wonderful article about Rachel, our plant lady, in the Communicator, and I ran into her on Friday as she was working diligently up in the East Lobby, and I saw her carrying a piece of tree, and I said, "Oh, are you bringing new decorations?" And she said, "No, I'm taking it out because the bottom is rotted." And I said, "Rotted?" Now, I'm highly allergic to flowers, as everybody knows, but everything is beautiful. I said, "Well, what rots it?" And she said, "Coffee, tea, juice, anything people pour into the plants." So I suggested that she come and speak about the plants, and she said she wasn't available to do so.
Okay.
So I'm begging, don't pour. I've seen soda poured down.
All right. So I'm going to make sure and say this into the microphone, because if people are not able to make it, they're not going to hear what you're saying. So what Norma was sharing was that she was speaking with Rachel, who is our plant lady. We see her diligently working. Look at our lush, beautiful plants. And the request is, please do not pour any of your beverages, coffee, orange juice, etc., because it's doing damage to our foliage here. It is apparently rotting the bottom of some of the plants. So our request is use the sink to dump out your liquids, so that we can be respectful of our beautiful plants and all the hard work that Rachel puts in to caring for our lovely greens. Thanks, Norma. Okay, I'll move on for the rest of the week. I just want to let you know, yes.
I want to add to that,
Beverly.
don't even water the plants.
And do not water the plants. Let the expert take care of our plants. That's why we hire her. All right, thank you, Beverly. Good point. No liquids in the lush plants. They're being cared for by one person. All right, moving on. Unfortunately, 2 excursions are going to be canceled, and I just wanted to keep on the excursions to let you know we're still looking for a van driver. So this Thursday, the IKEA excursion is canceled, and also this Sunday we are going to the Northeast Farmers Market. That is canceled as well. Because we do not have a van driver for those 2 excursions. So just let you know that those are canceled. And I have posted them on 991. Going forward, the excursions that require funding, luckily our gracious Steve has stepped into position to help us on those excursions. So far, it's just this Thursday the 4th and also the Sunday farmers market. If you do have a car and you are available for volunteering to get a carpool together for this Sunday's Northeast Farmers Market, it might be worth your time. It's a pretty neat event. IKEA is always there, so of course you could do that as well. But the farmers market, there's a little write-up on it in the newsletter. You may want to inquire. You can ask me about it if you'd like. If you are willing to get a group of people, it might be worth your time. It's kind of a fun event for the farmers market in Northeast Minneapolis. Okay. I'll also move on for the day. So at 10 a.m., Doug is back, and his topic for today is free to all. Libraries in Minnesota. Enjoy a trip back in time when your small town library opened your eyes to the big wide world. Doug has photographed most of the historic libraries in Minnesota, and he will share pictures and the history and stories about these historic places of entertainment and learning. And I don't know about you, but as a child, loved libraries. I actually wanted to be a librarian for a couple of years in my life. But so if you have time to go listen to Doug, please head up to Marion Hall at 10 a.m. today. He's pretty wonderful. Following Doug at 10, at 11 a.m., we have the 2 individuals that were here back from the sheriffs here to discuss Smart 911. Dawn is one of her name. I don't recall the other fellow's name, but those 2 people that were here to inform us about Smart 911 will be back today at 11 o'clock in Marion Hall to give you more information on that. If you recall, they were here to inform us on that. So if you're free, you can either go right up, stay after from listening to Doug and go follow into the informational on Smart 911 at 11 in Marion Hall. Or if you're wanting to, just show up for that as well. At 6 p.m., of course, on Tuesday is our sing-along. And yes. Okay, the time is now 6:30. Okay, thank you. The time is 6:30. Is that because of dinner? Okay, so just for, probably it was getting a little congested with the meal pickup, etc. Okay, so the sing-along on Tuesdays now is at 6:30 in the East Lobby. So if you are available, please make sure and enjoy that in the East Lobby. All right, Wednesday, we have 1 p.m., we have our TED Talks, and there are 3 topics for you to enjoy. The 3 topics at 1 p.m. tomorrow are returning to school mid-career. Here's what you need to know. It's time to rethink the role of the First Lady. And AI is dangerous, but not for the reasons you think. So those are the 3 topics. At 1:30, we have 500. At 7 o'clock on Wednesdays, we have bingo and 500 as well. Thursday, of course, I've shared with you, unfortunately, our excursion is canceled. We always have on Thursdays at 9 and 11 is our recorded coffee chats that you would see on 991 if you're not able to make it today. Friday at 1 p.m. we have our coffee chats and bridge and poker. And then 4 p.m. is our happy hour in Marion Hall. 7 p.m. is our movie, and the movie of Friday at 7 p.m. is Due Date. A soon-to-be father struggles to get home in 5 days before his wife gives birth. Follow along his journey in a cross-country road trip. Saturday is our men's breakfast, and at 8 a.m. and then 7 p.m. is bingo on Saturday as well. That's what we have for going on. Again, Sunday unfortunately is canceled. Is there new residents that want to say hello to us that have joined us today? Any new faces, new residents? New residents, okay.
For the secret new residents.
Yes, for the secret new residents. Okay, well, welcome, new residents. If you see faces, oh, we have someone tucked back there. Do you want to quickly introduce yourself? Mary Lee Larson. And where are you living, Mary Lee? 701 West. Welcome. So nice to meet you. You're going to love it here. All right, so let's give Mary a round of applause for being here, and welcome to your new home. If you see new faces, make sure that you say hello. We have such a great community here, and we just want to welcome everybody. Okay?
Good morning. Norma, thank you for your comments on the plants. I want to say, one of the beautiful things about a fringe benefit of living and working at Ridge Point is actually having people like Rachel come through our doors. Amy, our letter carrier, is awesome. We've had some of the best letter carriers out at Ridge Point over the years. It's just so much fun getting to know them. Our painters, our plumbers, people come through our doors and they just make our day, and we're just lucky to have them. And thank you to Barbara and Susan for the communicator and putting that in there. And it was just really cool. Does anyone want to go golfing with me? I'm not going golfing, but there are 7 courses in the Twin Cities that are open. It'll be the first time that we'll be able to golf every month of the year. And had we been thinking, we would have brought the grill down here and grilled burgers outside. Wouldn't that be cool? Normally when it's 25 below. Okay. The Super Bowl party, yep, we're going to have a 100 number board. It's $10 a square. That means total, how many squares will there be there?
10 by 10.
10 by 10, how many squares does that mean? 1,100, right. No, 100, that's $1,000. It's going to be $200 for each quarter, 1 through 3, excuse me. And then it's going to be, so that's $600. Then it's going to be $300 for the final. And then if any of you play football boards and stuff like that, you get a number 5 and 5. It's like you just flushed that money down the toilet because it's not a good number. We're going to pay $100 for first downs. So if Kansas City has 5 first downs and San Francisco has 15 first downs, 5 and 5 would win. Okay? And for you non-gamblers, that's the last we'll talk about the football board. Okay.
And it will be available.
Oh, did we get did you get a tag board yesterday?
Today.
Okay. And if you're interested, ask John, me, Pat, whatever. We'll direct you to where it's going to be. Okay? For people that don't have a garage and are on the wait list, we have a valet service. And that valet service is intended to make your life a little easier. You're taking a leap of faith moving in here without a garage, and we want to reward that by getting your car ready and cleaned off if need be. We'll do whatever you want. On weekends, we're not fully staffed and it may take a while, so what I'm asking is if you're gonna take advantage of the valet service, and we want you to, try be as prepared as you possibly can. I mean, 1 hour, we should be able to do it with no problem. 24 hours, we'll be able to do it perfectly. So the quicker you can let us know that you intend to use the valet service, the better off we are. How is the pickup and delivery going for food service? What's wrong?
Too far away.
Too far away. Jerry, is there anyone in your building that could pick it up for you? Are there residents that might volunteer to deliver other people's meals? I don't know. I understand that's a problem, Jerry. The problem is we need to have it all centrally located so we can better control our product. It was getting to the point where people weren't getting things or meals weren't being prepared for people, so we're doing this. I hope it doesn't last, but I think that the actual delivery and things of them are the preparation and satisfaction for each meal has improved. Evie?
Last week when I picked up my lunch, I got all the way back to the Yossi building when I discovered the dessert. The most important part, but not is the lunch. I wonder if there is some way you can call or something like that.
And was that for a dinner? You said lunch, but I think you meant dinner, correct, Evie?
Oh, yes, yes.
Yep, she got back to her apartment and the dessert wasn't there. Well, that's why we have it over by the kitchen. So you can check, look at your meal, and if it's not there, we go right into the kitchen. The problem is, after you picked up your meal, our staff is in the serving dinner for those in the dining room. So we'd ask that you check your bag when you pick it up. Is that okay? Any other questions? All right. Everybody got your thinking hats on? A well-dressed gentleman enters a bank, approaches a teller, and begins to tell his tale of woe. He says, okay, if you know the answer, keep your mouth shut for a while, okay? So that people can stew on it a little bit. Okay, he says, I'll start over. A well-dressed gentleman enters a bank, approaches the teller, and begins to tell his tale of woe. He says, pardon me, madame. I hope you can help me. You see, I'm an English professor at Northwestern University, and I am a visitor to your fair city. And I find myself in need of someone's help. I am here visiting with my wife and my 2 daughters, and I have no money with me because my wife and my oldest daughter have gone out shopping this morning and taken my wallet, which contained my cash, credit cards, and ID. They left me alone with the other daughter who has taken ill, and I must buy her some medication, but I have no money. If you would be kind enough to cash a check for me for $50, that would be of great help to me and my daughter. The teller looks up and down. He's well-dressed, distinguished-looking, obviously quite articulate, a little bit of a British accent, definitely an English professor from Northwestern University. Pedantic? What does that mean? P-E-D-A-N-T-I-C? Bossy? What?
Always teaching.
Thorough. Okay. Pretentious. We all know what pretentious is. So, Everything what would you expect a college professor to be, and he's wearing an ascot, of course. The teller looks at him and says, I won't be able to help you, sir, because you are a fraud and a liar. A fraud and a liar. And he says, pardon me, but she was absolutely correct. What was it that tipped the teller off?
I'm going to guess it's shoes.
Shoes? Horrible guess, Mike. Horrible guess. I mean, if you're going to a bank, can the teller see your shoes? No.
Did he still have his checkbook?
He still had his checkbook, but he didn't have an ID or anything. He's an English professor. Let me, I'm going to read the sentence that has the answer in it, okay? I'm here visiting with my wife and my 2 daughters, and I have no money with me. No, that's not the... Oh, yes. I'm here visiting with my wife and my 2 daughters, and I have no money with me because my wife and my oldest daughter have gone out shopping this morning. Carol?
An English professor would know you'd say older daughter, not oldest.
Bingo. Thank you, Carol.
Say again?
An English professor would know that if you have 2 daughters, you don't have an oldest daughter, you have an older daughter. Yep, you should clap. And Coffee Chats is like a good movie. You're happy, you're sad, you laugh, you cry. Now I'm going to make you cry with a joke. How does that sound? 911 operator picks up the call about 1 a.m. And there's a fellow on the end of the line that he's obviously a little bit intoxicated. And he says, what time do the liquor stores open? And the 911 operator says, 8 o'clock. I don't know why you're calling. About 3 a.m. Another call. What time do the liquor stores open? 8 o'clock. You know? Finally, about 6 a.m., they get another call, and he's just completely blotto, can hardly be understood. What time do liquor stores open? 8 o'clock. I told you, 8 o'clock, but you're never going to get in. He goes, I don't want to get in, I want to get out. Now I'm pedantic and pretentious. Thank you for enjoying that. Today is January what? 30th. Pat Sullivan has a birthday today. And none till Madge Anderson and Sylvia Sharon. Sylvia over there, yep. On the 4th. Stuart Powers on the 5th. Freda Golden, is Freda down here? February 6th, and you're going to be, what, 120? How old are you going to be, Freda? 96. 96, yes. That's all. Let's sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you. Have a good week, everybody.